Hello and welcome back to Binary Options 101. In this video we are going to discuss the profit logic to binary options trading. Now what does that mean, profit logic? Well, profit logic is the making sense of what we're trying to do here with a binary option that expires every hour. Now, this is a unique challenge, and the challenge is this: where are we going to get in, and when are we going to get in? Okay, and then the second challenge is, are we going to buy calls or are we going to buy puts? Then the third challenge is, are we going to get in, period? Are we going to get in all together? Do we need to get in? Is there a sign? Is there a trigger that's good enough that can tell us where and when to get in and for what direction? So we're here on a Forex pair, and we're here behind the scenes. We're looking at a price chart. See, what you need to understand is that on every hour, okay, and this is according to your time zone, okay, well, every hour is every hour anyways, so every hour you have an expiration, okay, of these options. And now when you look at these charts, we do not expire on the grid line, we expire the bar that closes before the grid line, okay, just so you understand. So what we need to do is we need to determine where to get in, okay, so in which direction to buy. We need to determine at this point that we're going to buy calls because we're closing upwards, okay, and by the end of the hour. At this time, we need to determine, okay, where we're going to buy some puts, okay, because we're closing down here, okay, or, in this case, you need to determine how you're going to, why would you buy calls here, okay, you need to determine, why you would buy calls here so you can get that easy close, okay? You need to determine when to buy, in this case, calls, or you would have to buy puts right around here, okay? You need to determine where to buy the call or put option, okay? So now you're getting a sense. Okay, see, here's the bottom line. The bottom line is right here. Let's just draw some line. Close. It's right around here. I don't know if you can see this. We'll just okay. Okay. Okay, we'll be just doing this roughly to speed this up. Okay, now let's shrink this back. Now, the red lines are the closes, okay? See these little red lines right there? Okay, now we have a little more clarity, I hope. I know this is very jumbled, but you need to see the traveling between 9 and 10. You have a zone to trade between 9 and 10, okay? But actually, you don't have a zone to trade between 9 and 10. You have a zone to trade between 9 and 9:50, and then you can't trade anymore. 10 and 10.50, 11 and 11.50. Okay, so now this is important because this starts to set your mind correctly. Okay, you need to know what the parameters are so your mind isn't swimming over 20 different things. Okay, so if we're closing here and we're starting here, okay, we need to buy calls below here. If we're going to close here, we need to be buying calls down here, and we need to be buying puts up here. Okay, so if we're going to close here, we have to be buying calls all throughout here. Okay, if we're going to close here, okay, then we need to be buying calls all below this level, okay, or happen to buy puts at this level, okay, at the top. Okay, now if we're closing here, we need to be buying calls down here, and we need to be buying puts up here. Okay, and if we're closing up here, we need to be buying calls throughout here and puts through here. So this is the profit logic. Of course, you don't know where it's going to close, okay? And you wouldn't want to, because then it would be no fun. Okay, so we want some intellectual challenge. That's why we want to go into trading. Okay, it's not just there's a satisfaction from the intellectual challenge. So now, with the bottom line goal set, the question is, how are we going to figure out when to buy calls and puts? Okay, because if the goal is here, this price line, how are we going to figure to buy how to buy puts up here? I mean, when you're in real time, okay, let's just pretend we're in real time. This is how you pretend you're in real time. You scroll the chart to the right, and this is Q Charts. Great charting program. And you pretend, okay, 1 minute passed, or 2 minutes passed, 4 minutes passed. Okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do at this point? Okay, what are you going to do at this point? Okay, and I just saw all my systems flash before my eyes, giving me the correct trade. Okay, systems 2 through 4 gave me the correct trade on that, and system 4 gave me 3 correct. No, I'm sorry, gave me 4 correct entries. 4 correct entries within an hour. Pretty nice, isn't it? And we can move on to a stock here. So in this case, we close here 10, 11, 12. Okay, so the issue is, and no, this moving average is not used for any binary figuring, but thought I mentioned it. But where are we? How are we going to figure this out? How are we going to know the buy calls here or buy puts here? Okay, how are we going to know? Okay, how are we going to know to buy puts up there? Okay, how are we going to know to simply buy calls? Okay, well, this is what strategy is all about. Okay, and it takes a well-trained eye and one who has a lot of nuggets of knowledge to put a method together. Okay, now you may have such knowledge, So, it's time to get cracking, or simply purchase our systems and get yourself a jump start. Okay, and really, there's not much else, not much else, uh, not much room to jump because we've covered most everything pretty well. And so you'll have a way of trading binary options, which is just dramatic. Okay, so particularly the best one, the fourth system, the MMX. Okay, it's pretty astounding how accurate it is. But anyways, you can see more information on that. There will be links in the course and in the back office. Okay, and you'll have access to those systems. All right, so I hope I've increased your understanding of the binary options profit logic. You need to determine where and when you're going to buy calls or puts, and you need a method of figuring that out. And really, the secret is to use a price chart. Okay, it has to be done by price. There's no other way. Okay, you can't do it by feel. How are you going to feel something midday? Okay, and plus, there may be a way to feel it. Okay, maybe maybe there's a way to feel it, but if your emotions get stirred up at all, you're going to lose that connection to the feel. Okay, and then you're going to run into trouble. So use a price chart and get it figured out. Okay, so ultimately the profit logic is, where are we going to get in? We have to determine where we're going to get in relation to the close. Okay, right here, where are we getting in? Okay, what's going to make us buy calls down here so we can get in up here, or so we can cash out up here? Okay, so that's about it for this video. Thanks.